Just after giving birth to her first child, Jinger Duggar had a horrible hospital experience, which she detailed in a recent podcast episode. The reality TV actress is presently pregnant with her third child with husband Jeremy Vuolo, whom she has been married to for 8 years. They have 2 kids together, Felicity, 6, and Evangeline, 4, who celebrated her birthday on November 22. By subscribing to Parade's Trending Stories email, we will inform you of the most talked about celebrity stories and viral moments in pop culture. Parks and Recreation. Jim O'Here's exclusive. Jerry would have been ensnared in the trendiest TikTok ad. On the November 20th episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast, the 6th child of Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar reflected on the interesting drive they took from a San Antonio, Texas hospital to their Laredo home after Felicity was born, as part of their 8-year wedding anniversary and early parenting experiences. Everyone was so surprised to hear, "Well, you've been doing great after having Felicity," that it seemed bizarre. Doctors told the Counting On star that she shouldn't feel much discomfort. However, they expressed the intention of administering a single medication dose solely to facilitate your return home. According to Duggar, the journey to Laredo lasted over 2 hours. She was expecting ibuprofen from the physicians, but the drug she got was far stronger, she added. "I was going to say hard drug," Duggar added, referring to the substance that was administered to him. "It was terrible." The former cast member of 19 Kids and Counting said that she is very drug-averse, with the possible exceptions of an epidural during labor and ibuprofen in very serious cases. On that fateful day in 2018, Duggar recalled being given medicine that made her feel so nauseous, but she couldn't recall the actual name of the drug. Sitting in the vehicle with the air conditioning on full blast, "I felt nauseous and trembling. I felt terrible," she said. "I would never again tolerate having that done to me, and I still have no idea what the drug was that they gave me. I always tell myself, I'm fine, I feel fantastic, when I get out of the hospital. I don't need any medication. If I feel the necessity, I can make do on my own." When her second daughter was born in 2020, she remained committed to her choice. "I just wanted to clarify that they gave me regular ibuprofen, nothing out of the ordinary," Duggar said. Jinger Duggar Vuolo has always been forthright about the ups and downs of her life, earning her reputation as the fearless and self-reliant sister of the renowned Duggar family. Jinger has always valued tradition and individual development, whether she was a child star on 19 Kids and Counting or is now building her own life in Los Angeles with husband Jeremy Vuolo. However, Jinger's perspective on healthcare has been permanently altered when she disclosed a horrific medical encounter. On her podcast, Jinger Unfiltered, she spoke frankly about what she called one of the most horrifying experiences of my life. Although she has accomplished much along the way, such as publishing books, adapting to life in busy Los Angeles, and dismantling parts of her rigid upbringing, this event nevertheless has a lasting impression on her. Starting with what seemed to be a regular checkup early this year, Jinger described her visit to the doctor. "The consultation was the first step," she said. "I wasn't in the best of moods. I was experiencing mild exhaustion and pain. I walked in, assuming it would be easy, since Jeremy said I should have it checked. Coming into this, I knew nothing about." Despite its seemingly innocuous tone, the diagnostic procedure the doctor had suggested was anything but. Without getting too technical, Jinger described how the procedure got intrusive and overpowering very fast, saying, "I felt like I was losing control," she continued. "I didn't understand the doctor's explanations. I felt rushed into agreeing to something I didn't quite comprehend because of all the medical jargon they used. In hindsight, I see that I should have done more research and asked more questions." What transpired next really unsettled her. She was unprepared for the amount of pain and anxiety that would accompany the minimally invasive treatment. It was everything but simple or fast, despite their assurances to the contrary. "I was in a lot of discomfort, and no one paid any attention when I complained." Jinger spoke clean about how she believed her worries were unimportant. Feeling emotionally and physically spent, Jinger came home in tears after the event. "I will never let doctors do that to me again," I assured Jeremy. According to her, it was a terrible experience that she would never wish on anybody. The significance of speaking out for oneself in healthcare settings was brought home to Jinger by this event. No one was ever taught to question a doctor or other authority figure while we were growing up. The importance of speaking out, challenging authority, and removing oneself from an uncomfortable situation is something she learned the hard way. Jinger said that she was hesitant to speak out at the appointment because of her background. Even when it concerned our health, we didn't always feel safe questioning choices or challenging those in charge in our household. The process of unlearning it is something she is currently working on, she said. Jinger is now eager to teach others the things she has learned. Some important points she thinks people should remember are these. Gather information. If a doctor recommends a procedure or treatment, don't be afraid to take some time to learn about it, said Jinger. Knowledge is power, and it's your body. When it concerns your health, there is no such thing as a stupid question. The saying goes, if you need anything clarified, just ask. Listen to that inner voice. If something doesn't seem right, trust your instincts. Nobody knows your body like you do. Carry an extra person. It would have been very different if Jeremy had been there with me. Feel free to bring a trusted friend or family member who can speak out for you if you're feeling uncertain or overwhelmed. After a few days, the physical agony went away, but the mental and emotional wounds never fully healed. Jinger has now made it a priority to locate medical experts that place a premium on communication and patient care, and she has sought out a new doctor. It's made me so much more careful about who I trust with my health. According to her, all the while, Jeremy has been there for me like a rock. He's been incredible just listening, encouraging me, and reminding me that it's okay to have boundaries, said Jinger. The couple's religion has also played a role in helping them absorb what has happened. I've really thought about it in my prayers, Jinger said. It has assisted me in releasing the anger and concentrating on the future. I am certain that I will grow from this ordeal and be better able to face future difficulties. Jinger is acting authentically by finding meaning in her suffering. A new initiative that she is spearheading would enable people to be their own health advocates. In particular, I would want to see materials developed to boost women's self-esteem in healthcare settings. She made the point that although we are trained to be flexible and courteous most of the time, there are times when we need to stand strong. She is now more comfortable discussing mental health in public as a result of her experience. It's not just about physical healing. This experience showed me how important it is to care for your mind and emotions too, said Jinger. An overwhelming amount of love and support has been sent Jinger's way since she shared her tale. Many have gone before her, thanking her for being so brave and honest about their own experiences. Jinger expressed her gratitude for the therapeutic power of hearing from others. It reminds me that we're not alone, and we can learn from each other. Having meaningful conversations with her sisters and friends has also helped her. When it comes to standing up for ourselves and one another, we've had some wonderful discussions. Jinger spoke out on how the event had brought them closer together in an unexpected manner. A strong reminder of the significance of self-advocacy and resilience is provided by Jinger's story. Although she has encountered a challenging chapter, she is resolute in her determination to transform it into something significant. I never want anyone to feel as helpless as I did that day, stated the woman. If sharing my story helps even one person, then it's worth it.